Hello guys and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Now I bring you guys another video, another content, try to stay consistently. Um, have like pretty much like 4 or 6 videos already. Um, but today's video you have Dragapult Mirror match. Um, and that's pretty much it. Nothing out of the ordinary, but it's a cool matchup. So let's go ahead and start jumping into the video. We're setting up here, and my opponent gave me a mulligan beforehand, and my setup is pretty good. I got 2 Dragapult and a Duskull, but I'm going second. My opponent forgot to draw there. And one of the weirdest thing I'm doing here. This list that I am playing, I'm not playing it with the TM Evolutions, which I think should have been the suboptimal choice. But for some reason, I was trying to build Solar Arcs with the Reshiram and Sekram, but end up missing like 3 cards. And at the end, I managed to find them all, but I already started playing Dragapult, so either way. So we'll go ahead and here and draw per turn. We have that Bidoof. Energy per turn, so most likely we're going to be doing a retreat item lock into my opponent. Most likely. But we're going to have somebody kicked out the camera there, but it's okay. I think they did it like 2 times. But nonetheless, the video continues. But we have, hopefully for next turn, like over here, what I should have done is, as you can see, I'm even playing research. This list should not have research, but I got the research here. So discarding a Buddy Puffin and a Rescue Stretcher, drawing 7 cards. And if we would have an Arvin in hand, it would have been perfect. But since we don't, then we just have to attach energy into the active retreat, promote Bidoof, and start item locking into my opponent. Because right now, I have absolutely nothing. So we're just going to go ahead and item lock for 10. Hopefully for next turn, we have that evolution. So we can start doing stuff. But I think we don't have a supporter in hand, which is kind of weird. My opponent playing Lily, and I think he has the same mindset where, like in my list, I don't think I'm playing Latias. In like a regular build of Dragapult, you have Latias. So if you start the Drippy, you can just bench Latias, retreat, attach energy into the Drippy, and then with the Bidoof, you can just start item locking and have like that type of advantage. But yeah, this list that I built, that I had built, don't know why, because I was trying to build this list with a heavy count of rare candies. That's another thing. A heavy count of rare candies, Arvins, and instead of using the Neo Upper Energy, playing it with the Crystal, so that way you can have energy attachment per turn, rare candy, evolve Arvin, get the Crystal, and it's like a turbo Dragapult in a way, give or take. But that was the goal in my brain, but my brain did not math. But over here, my opponent has, now for next turn, if he has an energy for next turn, he's going to start putting pressure on me, taking a knockout on the active and 60 on the bench. Or if he has, best case scenario, well, he had the energy, but he's going for the Bidoof shenanigan. And now we are both under item lock, but he is better set up than I am. I have an energy, but I don't have like a rare. I'm missing a rare candy. That's what I'm missing. I can play another research because I don't want to give my opponent the Iono. That's another thing. I prefer to draw 7 than to draw 6. Trying to get those. Sorry, I hit the mic. Trying to get those those rare candies and evolve. And right here with that research, pretty much with the I could have done the Iono and we could have do stuff, but and still get the cloaks. But I was kind of looking for the rare candies. That's what I was looking for. And then, well, I'm playing the Latias. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So I am playing the Latias. But I guess on that first hand, I didn't have the nest ball to go get it, and that's why we had to do it. I guess I'm playing the Latias build. I'm not playing the rare candy build. And then we're just gonna smack my opponent by 10. Now, the advantage that I have is that I have an energy, but my opponent as well, he could be playing, like there he goes, he could be playing that Neo Opera Energy, Dragapult, and he can just evolve that Drag Cloak in the bench, retreat, and well, I haven't taken a knockout, but let's just put here that like super my opponent had the best cards, so he had the Neo Opera in hand, he had a boss, so if he had Neo Opera and a boss, he could have just bossed the Dracloak, um, retreat, promote, hit me for 200, take a knock on the Dracloak, take a knock on the Drippy, and put extra damage somewhere else. So that's like a cool thing. But since he already played, I think that's the Hilda or Dawn, which allows you to search your deck for a Pokemon and an energy. So that's kind of cool. And with that Drag Cloak, he finds the other Drag Cloak. It's pretty cool. Now, the thing here is who is taking the first prizes. That's kind of like the question. Because I'm playing it with the... I already have... If he evolves the Dracloak in the bench, he's on the item log, so he can't play items. If he evolves, I don't know. I think I lost my. Okay, if he evolves into like he's doing right now, what we can do is, hopefully for next turn, if he promotes, which he doesn't, what we could have done is promote, search it, pop the Duck Snore 130 knockout, and have a little bit of advantage there. So hopefully those Dracloaks give me a boss's orders. With the boss's orders I can do stuff. Without the boss's order I can't do stuff. So that's another thing. What we found, we managed to find ourselves the third Dracloak, which is pretty good. But no boss's orders, another research. And we actually need that boss's orders in this case. But we don't. Our opponent has not taken a prize card, so that way we can activate the... We can start putting pressure and knock out this Bidoof and do 60 on the bench. But then he's gonna... We'll have to two-shot it instead of one. I don't know. So here now debating whether or not to... We have to evolve that one. If not, it gets KO. So I guess we're gonna start putting pressure and start doing 260 on the bench. Probably we do the whole 60 on one Pokemon. Oh no, we're popping the Dusknoir to take the knockout, and then we have another Dreepy. So 2 prizes. That's not bad. 2 prize cards. But if he would have given us the Dracloak, we could have potentially benched the Halucha and then do 10 and take 3 prizes in one go. But that was not the case. So right now, but we managed to take 2 prizes, which is kind of cool. Now for next turn, we just have to, because right now he's going to hit us for 200, and he could potentially knock out the Bidoof or knock out that extra Duskull in the bench. And that's going to put us in like a little bit of a pickle, because then afterwards we can't combo those stuff. But regardless, we're taking the advantage here. We're going places. playing a nest ball, probably getting Fecundipity to potentially draw more cards. If he benches the Fecundipity, then we can hit for 260 on the bench. But no, he's gonna get that Monkey Dory. I think he only plays one copy of Monkey Dory. With that Monkey Dory, he can attach an energy. He can attach the Luminous Energy, I think it is, and move those 30. Ooh, so he can take 2 prices as well. This turn, he can take 2 prices. He can put that energy into the Monkey Dory. Monkey Dory, move damage counters into the Bidoof, knock out the Bidoof, then 260 on the Duskull, and we're going to be on the back pedal then. But that, he's probably getting that fire energy from the discard pile. I mean, if he had the Luminous Energy, that would have been a super awesome play. And like I said, we would have been in that back pedal. But Crispin here accelerating energies into the... Oh no, he could do it. Yeah, Psychic into... That Psychic probably is going to be on hand, and that... or vice versa. You can put that Psychic with the Crispin into the Dracloak, and then energy into the Monkey Dory, and then he's cooking. He's going places. So that's for the Crispin. Psychic stays on hand. But he is going to move those 30 damage counters from the Dracloak into the active, which is, I think, is a misplay on his end. It is a misplay because he could have done those 30 into the Bidoof, knock out 200 into the active, then 60 on the bench, and then take 2 prizes and be somehow be on the lead. But yeah, there he goes for, and that's gonna be 2 damage counters on that Bidoof because he already had 10. So he has 4 more. So 4 into that Dracloak, which is not a veggie. What we can do, we can try and find ourselves a... We have the Rescue Stretcher there, so we can just easily Rescue Stretcher, evolve it, do 50 on the Monkey Dory, do 50 on the Monkey Dory, and then 60, that will knock out the Monkey Dory. Or do the 50 into the Dreepy, or move it. I think the whatchamacallit, I think we should have evolved there. Ooh, we can also use the Halusha. Halusha bench, ping the Dreepy, ping the Dracloak. There's stuff we can do here. There's pretty good stuff. Double energy for sure. That but now getting that energy, we should have done the Dracloak first, and then potentially get that energy. So yeah, what we can do here is just hold that hand, Victor. Just hold it. But yeah, we can do Halusha. Yeah, there it is. 10 on the Drippy and 10 on the Dracloak. We could have done 10 on the Monkey Dory, but it's just gonna be 10. So what gives? Dun dun. We should pop that. We should pop that DOS Club. I think we're debating whether or not. Yeah. I think we should have popped that DOS Club so that way he doesn't take it. Either way, he was gonna take a price, but I think we should have popped it and then put 60 on the Dracloak. So yeah, I think so. I don't know. I think that's a misplay on my end there. But now he's going to most likely take a knockout on that Dusclop or Dusknor, whatever you call it, the stage 1. Oh yeah, he's with the monkey Dory. With the monkey Dory, you why are you putting it into the active though? You should you should have done monkey Dory. Don't take damage from the active because the active is gonna get knocked out regardless. So what my opponent should have done, now reviewing the footage, it should have been monkey Dory to use his ability, take those 30 damage from the Dracloak into my other Dracloak that has an energy, and then destroy the active for 200. He has 90 HP, the stage 1, right? Put like 4 more, he already has 5, and then the other into the Dracloak. And then check 3 prices. So, I think that should have been the thing. I don't know. I think that should have been the play, in my opinion. I don't know. I could be a silly willy and just speaking out of randoms, but not. I don't think so. He's gonna do the Halusha shenanigan. Ooh, nice. So maybe that was his goal, trying to get the Halusha combo, and now he can put 60 on the other one. Cause oh damn, that's a good play though. How much HP does Halusha has? It's like 70 as well, or 80. Ooh, that's pretty cool. But nonetheless, yeah, has 70. But nonetheless, he should have done the monkey Dory, because he put damage counters on. Yeah, I don't know, something. And I have the evolution in hand, so I think this is the part where I do like a misplay, like a super duper misplay, and just play freaking Lily to shuffle or an Iono. That's I think that's the misplay that I do. I brain fart here like super big, I think. Just bench the Serendipity. Alright, we didn't brain fart. But what we should have done is evolve the second one that we had down there. I think. I don't know. There's at one point I have a Dragapult in hand and I just send it back to the deck. Some weird shenanigan like that. But my opponent has one prize card remaining because he did like a super duper wombo combo. And now what we I think the reason why we benched that Serendipity is to try and get the Iono, which we discarded it with the research. Um, and we have an Iono in the deck, but right now my opponent has game because he can just, um, regardless, he can just move the damage counters from the Dracloak into the Fez Boss Fez knockout. So either way, he wins. He got game in hand. So that's what yeah, we're gonna risk it. So over here, what I should have done is research, not research, but evolve the bench Dracloak. But like I say, he has game because we didn't have a disruption at hand. So if we would have had the Iono, then that would have been different because we shrink his hand size into 1, and then we're just spreading the damage there. So 1-1, something. Yeah. And yeah, we're gonna be tied on prizes, but right now he can just all he needs is a boss's orders. That's all he needs. Energy boss. And with the Fez, he's gonna get it because he's drawing 3. I think he got it on that one. There is the. And now. And this is best of 1 format in the locals. We don't have a best of 3. There it is, yeah. and the boss. So there it is, boss for game. I think, I mean, that combo that he did with with the the Halusha, I think that's why he did the Monkey Dory spread 30 into the, because I think he did the 30 on the bottom, not in the active. So that way he can do Halusha and knockout. Yeah, because it has a 90, so move 30, 9, and do the other stuff. So yeah, it was pretty good play, pretty good gameplay. We had, I don't think I misplay. I thought I misplay, but what we should have done. Nah, I don't think he has, because he had gain. Like I said, he had the Monkey Dory, so even if we evolve the Dragapult in the bench, he can just boss the Fecundipity, Monkey Dory, switch, oh, and that could have been a possibility. But we didn't have a boss in hand when we did the research. So that's another thing. But I hope, nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did. For the next video, I have some Sword Arc gameplay that I would like to show you guys. Mainly the ones that I have is me losing. But nonetheless, it's content. Don't worry. But yeah. But I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, just make sure you like, subscribe if you're new. Comment down below what you saw. I might have missed something in the gameplay. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.